Right on. Welcome to Generations Commander League Season 3, Round 2 Match Reviews. As become been norm, we're just going to go through all the favorite matches that have been saved from Round 2. I believe there's a few. And I'm going to try to be as helpful as I can in my match reviews and use the pause and half speed function to help point things out in the matches. That seems to look good. And yeah, just going to enjoy ourselves and watch some nice games. So as usual, I'm going to start with my matches. This round I played against Dr. Ray, and the first map I believe is Hold the Line. That's great, Hold the Line. So let's get right into it.
Establishing battlefield control.
Both of us going with the Solomon here.
3, 2, 1. New objective received.
So I'm choosing to use my deck variant here with the Orca instead of a Predator. It helps me with a weak spot where there's heavy ground units that I can't reach, and I can't always have a iron cannon to fire. And Dr. Ray is going with the Rep Solomon deck. Instead of actually these are Rep Solomon deck. The JJT and the light unit combo. So both of us start off the same. He's done something here very nicely where he switched his
Building online.
Pitbull. He's able to keep it alive, which gives him an extra bit of firepower in a situation like this.
Unit lost.
When this match started, I was pretty much just taking it easy, believing I had all the time in the world. And then this happened. I was like, oh, okay, Dr. Ray is in the house. I best get to it.
Unit lost.
So, the whole point of the Rep Summon deck is the cheap units that are quick counters. So you always have a cheap unit to counter the opposition with. The drone swarms counter my shocks.
Unit lost.
Peoples counter my dogs. And JJTs counter my peoples. I figured, alright, to counter to my Orca.
Unit lost.
Turns out air blocking with drone swarms.
Capacitors on the move. Moving out.
I don't think that was intentional, but he stopped my Orca from getting near that pitbull. Get people 2 free shots.
You got it.
So second missile's almost charged here. My Orca hasn't done zilch since I spawned it. Hey, manages to kill her.
Ion cannon activated.
People just before I lose the second missile.
Ion cannon activated. Nuclear warhead launched. Unit
It's a little bit too late there. Too slow in the movement. And Dr. Ray was very efficient, able to get exactly the right units in the right places, and match ended up really quick. GG. Let's go to map 2. Before we go to map 2, I'm just going to switch the song because I hate the 8-bit crap. Bye bye 8 creep. Here you go. I'll pass on this one. Right, back into it. Map 2, the Great Divide, or just the Great Divide.
Establishing battlefield control.
So I switched here to my Nod deck
3, 2.
because I want to be able to get on any Tiberian patches with my Chem Warriors. Dr. Ray switched to the APC deck. So Scout Wars with the dogs and Wheels to start. Now I'm letting it charge up until the point I remember I don't really want to charge. He's trying to bait my attack bikes to fire, but trying to keep him on a to fire on any of the units I want to fire on. Now this is another situation where I kind of myself in a corner, and that strong arm turret, that was a perfect block. In a situation like this, you want to focus on the weakest pad. I didn't. I was spreading my units at top and bottom, bouncing them back and forth, not killing anything. Damaging, sure, but not killing anything.
Defense lost.
And now my harvest is getting hustled. And I have to get my bikes in position to defend.
Unit lost.
This is a very bad spot for me because I'm constantly trying to keep up with everything. Dr. A is complete control here.
Unit ready.
And here we go. The first APC's out.
Unit
Dogs are charging the pad. The pad's already halfway full. But halfway full without control of the indoor pads and having an APC on one of them, that's a very big ask. So I figured I might as well make use of the shade. Shade and my catalyst missile.
building online. Unit ready.
This is another mistake I made. I could have air blocked here, but I didn't.
Defense online.
Actually, I had all these options on what to do, and I kept choosing none of them.
Unit ready. Unit lost.
This is a very good response. You go straight for JJTs because Shade and bikes don't have a response to JJTs.
Ready. Unit lost.
I'm desperately trying to get onto the pad,
Nuclear missile.
but it's too late. Could have used some different unit and not Shade. Because even if that Shade gets on a pad, the Talons would have took it out really quick. So yeah, Dr. Ray are moving me both plays. GG's. Alright. Skip. See who's next. Boost versus Levi.
Somebody's out there. Someone to call my mind.
Hold the line.
Establishing battlefield control.
Feels like I'm out of time.
3, 2, 1. New objective.
Levi's going with the Stank Fanatic deck without the Fanatics. And Boost is going with the Marauder Catship deck. So normally on Levi's deck you have the Fanatics to charge up your bikes and your wheels and your Phantom and your Stank.
Unit ready.
Because they're all reloading units.
Unit off.
Just fire units.
Building online.
So having Fanatics take the damage for them and actually defend them with them, boost them, is always welcome. Flamers not really much use here, except they're just heavy anti-infantry. Sure, they're tanky, but the deck is more balanced when played with Fanatics instead.
Unit ready.
For the Brotherhood. Biker rolling out.
So here we have a quite good challenge from Levi. He's got his flamers, his missiles, and his bikes. He's trying to control everything.
Missile cast.
Unfortunately for Levi, Boost is using the
Unit ready.
Seth commander, so he's used the Seth pod to get on the top pad. Obviously the Seth flamers are had them full health while everything else was already low. And if you notice here, Levi's playing with the Arctic flame skin. So I'm guessing that's why he's using the flamers, because he got the skin for them.
Lasers move.
So Boost is now trying to set up the combo with the Marauders.
Unit offline.
See if the cat chip's going to come out next.
As he desired.
Unit ready.
Should be the next protocol. Keep all this infantry at bay.
Unit ready.
Now Boost should be very careful here. So we can see everything's running out of health. And he needs to stay on top of it.
Missile cancel.
Ooh. This should be Boost's missile because Levi can't get much action here.
Unit ready.
There you go.
30 brothers.
And Boost wins. So what we've had there is both players spread themselves too thin across multiple pads, and every time the opponent wore the units down, it was easy flip, and they both had a good combination of units to tackle with each other. And the reason why Boost won 2 missiles is because at the end of each missile firing, Boost was the one ended up with full health units because he's one who just killed. So it was a bad turn of events for Levi because he was in control for several times during the match. He wasn't in control at the exact moment when missile fired, and that's the most important time to be in control. Right. Match 2. Great Divide.
Establishing battle.
Levi versus Boost.
3, 2, 1. New objective available.
So Levi, another APC deck on this one, except this one's running an Orca and snipers.
Ready.
And Boost has gone with the JJTs and Talons, as well as McNeil.
Building online.
See if we can get any McNeil play on this.
Unit ready.
Now, good McNeil play is to set a trap beforehand. Placing a trap on existing units doesn't really do much because the whole point of it is that it's meant to slow the units down and reduce their DPS. If all it does is just reduce the DPS, and it's like we just saw here, it's not really worth the trouble. You're better off just spawning another unit. And Levi really should start moving his units here. Why is this people just sitting there?
Unit ready.
Something, mate.
Unit
A Boost keeping his missile alive and block one on see why. Yeah. JJT's come out.
ready.
Snipers come and block the pad, block the pad. No, sniper should finish off the JJTs in the top. Blam! The Boost loses control here.
Warhead launched. Unit
So, nicely timed snipers there from Levi. Took out the JJTs. He knew they were coming after the previous match. Timed them well to take him out, just as the missile was firing. Now let's see how long he can keep him alive. The Talon are flying about.
unit lost.
Orca's out. Snipers are retargeting him onto JJTs. It's very good.
Time to harvest.
A lot of JJTs are out.
He's gone.
So Levi's got good control, is pushing forward. Unfortunately, snipers aren't really worth much with just one squad unit.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
This should be interesting. Levi needs to just get on the bomb pad. There you go. And that one APC pretty much
Activate.
gave Levi the complete control from the moment he got spawned. And Boost was not able to come into the match at all. Every time he did, Levi was able to counter with the snipers or pipples. What we should have done is the dogs and JJT's out. the dogs to chase the snipers down, and JJTs to kill everything else off. That would have given him a bit more control than the combination he was trying. Right, so 1-1, we get to go to map 3. Which is Rorschach.
Establishing battlefield control. 3, 2, 1. New objective received.
So Levi's gone back to his Stank Flamers deck, so he can get his Arctic Flamers out. And Boost has gone back to his Marauder catching deck. So we're back to the decks from map 1. So we got the Scout Wars. The wheels are winning, just forcing Boost to tech up. We didn't really have to tech switch to Buggy here. He could have gone Marauders and Militants until he could get the cut ship out. Every time you have a combination deck or any kind of units in your deck, you want to basically just get them out as quick as possible and pair them together. Get a nice combo going. Flame pod out for Boost. Just in time now, all he needs to do is block, and the missile fires. Levi's being aggressive. With the Rorschach, you can be very aggressive with the Harvester. And it wastes a full round. Get that stank away from those lasers. He wasted a full round of stank onto that buggy. He could have killed the Harvester a lot sooner. Get it to safety. But that stank's not gonna live much longer. So we got double flamers. Ooh! In that kind of situation, what would have been good if he swapped the flamers and stank? He would have been able to attack the infantry with the flamers, attack the buggy with the stank. Like that. He should have done that sooner, and he would have had a much better position. He would have still had that stank alive. All he needs to do is block that top pad. So Levi's in control here. Boost doesn't seem to be able to get anywhere near. Ooh, be careful. And he misfires. He should have targeted those bikes. Instead, he targets the single laser unit. That stank's gonna go. Bam. Marauder's finishing it off. Is Levi gonna go for Harvest again? He has double stank. He should have just gone for the Harvesters and took out his Boost's economy. But Boost is struggling here to get onto the pad. Nice, he's going for a flame pod at the end. Excellent switch. So Buggy to attack the flamers, Marauders to attack the stank. It's very good control. Now Boost needs to be careful here. Now Levi needs to be careful. Block the pad, block the pad, block the pad. Ooh, this is gonna be hard. And the cat ship's falling out. We got loads of units out for ooh, nice. Nice move. So the mistake there was the Boost sent both of his cat ships across. Could at least had one of them fire on other units to clear the pads. And instead what Boost did is spread all his units out across all the pads. And because he only had his own units on the left pad, he was the victor and got the lost missile. Nicely played. So very close games there. Went back and forth. Guys went back to their original decks for the last map. And Levi won out. GG's, guys. Right. Next. Encode versus Agent, please. Let's go to Nova Lights. Right, Anchor versus Pigeon, please. Hold the line.
Establishing battlefield control.
Both going with the Seth X.
New mission received.
Nice.
Ready.
So we got Giga
Harvester ready.
from Pigeon, please, and we got the Hatchip Scorpion Buggy Deck from Encode.
Building online.
So Scout Wars to start us off as normal. The wheels from Encode, sorry, from Pigeon, please, kind of got ganged up on there, which is why they lost. Encode nicely using all his units available. Now in this kind of situation, that buggy should have been switched a lot sooner, because now it's nice. Encode keeps it moving, keep it moving. Excellent, but they still take a shot. Get into the bomb pad. Nicely played. Ooh, this is going to be tough. On the top pad, no. Fanatics survive against the Scorpion. In that kind of situation, if you have a unit that can't take out the unit that's already on the pad, best to just go and attack the proper unit. The first missile, you don't have to win it. All you have to do is make sure you're the one that's ahead of an economy. You're the one in control, even if you do lose the missile. Because if you throw everything you got the first missile, and then have nothing to defend the second and third, then pointless winning the first one. Catch it out for Encode. And Pigeon, please, did not keep his Giga tank safe. He left it out in the open. And Scorpion tank just from Encode just walked up to it and blew it to pieces. Nicely played. So we got Flame Pot from Encode to defend the middle pad. Scorpion nice into the bomb pad to help out the buggy. Nicely played. This missile is going to go to Encode. He took full control of the pads there. Legion Police now struggling to gain any kind of foothold. His deck is based around the Giga, so he needs, there we go, he needs to have this established, and he needs to keep it safe. This is going to be tough with so many units flying about, especially when he just shoves it in the face of the Scorpion tank. That ain't going to work. You need to keep something in between it. And if you're down on economy like Ambition Plays is right now, you need to be pushing for your cheaper units. You need to get your lasers out, get some economy back, get some control back, keep everything together. Move the bikes. Bam! The catch it, doing the kill. You guys tried to giga the base. It's not gonna work. Bit of a laugh from Beginner Plays to end the match. Done it again. Right. Pardon me. Alright, let's do that again.
Establishing battlefield control. 3, 2, 1. New objective received. Harvester ready. Unit ready. Building online. Unit ready. Unit offline. Unit offline. Unit ready.
Pointer rolling out. Okay.
This is what I was saying. You see, Encode, you can see that he's got the fanatics on the top pad. They're not going to do much, so might as well send your Scorpion straight on the units that he's going to challenge, he's going to kill.
Unit ready.
No problem.
Unit
There
offline.
you go.
Okay.
Unit ready.
Attack boys ready to roll. Advancing.
In a way, you played the Scorpion tank as if it was the Giga.
Rolling out.
So you kept it safe, you kept it protected, while General Place kept throwing his Giga away.
Unit ready.
Bloody clear of okay.
Unit
If you're just throwing units like the way Big General Place is, you're always going to lose. Because the other player always has control. Throwing units blindly into the face of the your opponent, it's never going to end well.
offline.
Unless it's like an Avatar or a Mammoth.
Pointer rolling out.
Unit offline. Unit offline.
Burning rubber.
Unit ready. Unit ready.
Attack boys ready to roll.
Nuclear weapon launched. Major structural
See how with each Scorpion tank you get so much value out of it. Because you're always able to keep the fire off it. Well, up until that point. But each Scorpion tank gets so much kills in. And this is just a Giga throw. But why bring that forward? Pull it back.
unit offline.
Don't ever be afraid to pull a Giga back and block with some other units.
Unit ready.
Attack boys ready to roll.
Unit offline.
Rolling out. Burning rubber.
The one thing that Regional Police needed in this match was stank. And I don't think he brought a single stank in to the play.
Unit offline.
Should have stopped wasting all those Iberium, all those Gigas. Should have tried some stank play. Besides the Scorpion, everything else would have been one-shotted. There you go, GG. Nicely played. Alright, Great Divide.
Establishing battlefield control. 3, 2, 1. New mission received.
The Regional Police switches his leg slap slightly. He's now going with the
Okay.
I can't remember. Oh yeah, Chuggy and the Scorpion. He's still playing ground only. He doesn't seem to like any air units. The thing with BJN Plays is that he kind of always susses out your strategy in the first match and finds a way to challenge it in the second match. This is the same thing he done to me in round one. It's like he finds a hole where he can exploit and he plays it in the second match. So he does tend to use quite a bit of strategy. What we're seeing here now is no half play. Unfortunately with Pigeon and Please,
No problem.
unless he brings that Chuggy out, here we go. It's going to be a very hard fight. Get those JJTs out. Move him. No, dog stay there. That was silly. Alright, so bikes are not going to win here. Pigeon Place waited too long to respawn. Could have brought those bikes out a lot sooner. We got a nice little no half fight here. Fight of the economies.
Pointer rolling
Whenever there's a no-hard fight or any kind of fight, basically the person who gets most out of his units wins. Chem buggy and lasers would be a decent combo for Pigeon and Please. It'd be cheap enough, and the lasers will be able to protect the Chuggy from all the attacks and be economical enough. We're not seeing that from Pigeon and Please. It seems to be just spraying the Chuggy everywhere. Now he's got it between two pit bulls. Luckily, one pit bull's not even targeting it, so it took a bit longer to kill. Scorpion's out, and that's interesting. The problem with having a Scorpion out is that GGT's counter it. And Pigeon Please doesn't even have the Chuggy out to defend the Scorpion.
Unit offline.
Still playing with the no harms. The Scorpions, almost targeted the wrong unit, but it switched just in time. Fortunately, it run out its life. Now, Cody, you need to bring those peoples forward. Those dogs aren't going to live long enough. Nice, back up from pit bulls. Now get bad block. No, okay, fair enough. Get those riflemen on top pad. Just get them on the top pad. No, okay. GG. So a situation like that, you could have swapped the pit bulls, swapped the people with the riflemen. So you had the riflemen top and people's fighting the bottom. That way, no matter what, you win on the engagement. GG's. That was a nice no-hard fight. You played your units well, and it seemed like Pigeon and Please just couldn't figure out which combo to bring out, and the combo for him was lasers and Chuggy. That's what he needed. And for you, it'd have been dogs and pit bulls. Well, no, dogs and GGTs with the people to block for any Chuggies. Yeah, you guys just went for it. Might as well, if it's working. Let's see what was next. Novice versus a Subletta. And we got right Novice.
I try to escape. I think I'm drowning, this feeling gets stronger, and I'm not quite ready to break. I'm trying to breathe, I'm sinking underwater.
Hold the line.
I think I'm drowning, this feeling gets stronger, ready to break. I'm trying to breathe.
Establishing battlefield control. 3, 2, 1. New objective received.
So we got AAA from Novice. And Subletta is going with the cookie cutter. Fair enough.
Unit ready.
So we got the Scout Wars. Hey, well. Yeah, so not bad.
Building online.
Both players equally at the moment. Yes, Subletta is on the pad. That's true. But it's about whoever's at the pads last. Nice.
Unit offline.
Take those riflemen and go top pad. Go top pad with the cut chip. Go top pad with the cut chip. Go top pad with the cut chip. Bam. Ooh, nice. Venom's just in time.
Unit offline.
This is good. This is good. I get your bikes to fire on something. Ooh. Wasted bikes.
Nuclear missile launch.
Bikes, you just want to get in and fire against the cat chip. You don't want to be hanging around too long. Because they'll charge up their shot, and bikes can be annoying to try and get them to fire before you can get them out of the cloud. So what we have here is Novice winning the first fight because he had his two cat chips controlling the pads, and Subletta only had bikes to challenge him with. Obviously, bikes are stay and fire units, which is not exactly ideal versus cat ships.
Unit ready. Unit offline.
Nice. So Subway, whoosh. Damn, I was not expecting that. I thought those bikes were going to take out the. Nice Banshee, good challenge. Fortunately for Sub.
Unit offline. Mission cancelled.
Whew.
Nuclear weapon launched.
Close.
Major structural damage received.
So we got the share for Nobis. He's now going complete air.
Unit
Should be able to control things nicely.
Rolling thunder, stealth fighter moving.
Both Venom and Shade can't shoot each other, so they're staring each other down.
Let's go.
Finally, someone brings the anti-infantry unit out.
unit offline.
Nobis is trying to scout some bikes with these Shades. Nice. Double Phantom attack on both air units. Clears the air for Nobis. Ooh, misfire there from Nobis. He should have targeted that. Oh, it's a costly mistake right there. So what Nobis did there is he didn't fire on the bike squadron. He fired on the militant standing next to the pads. To let Subletta clear the pad and take control last minute to win the last missile. GG there. So Nobis did quite well in that match up until the ending, where he had so many air units he didn't know what to do with them. He made a nice move with Phantoms to clear the air, but then just left them to die. Right. Great Divide next.
Establishing battlefield control. 3, 2, 1. New objective received.
You got it. Ready for action.
Yet again, another one of our players is switching to a GGI APC deck on this map.
Marching orders received. Move.
And we got Nobis bringing out the AAA Rock one.
Move out.
AAA and Rock one with the cane. Very nice.
Unit ready.
Rifleman ready to move.
Unit lost.
Scout Wars.
Building.
Unfortunately for Nobis, he's losing them out. No, that's good. All he technically needs to do is block the charge.
I'm on it.
And maybe think about that second harvester. No? Retreat the cat ship. Retreat the cat ship.
Unit lost.
Wrong pad. So what we have here, you have the rifleman sitting nicely on the bomb pad, and the cat ship would have done a nice damage to them very quickly, and they're able to take control, suspend control of this missile at least. Now the lasers to take down those peoples. But instead, what we just saw was the cat ship go down to the peoples, and rifleman just sit there looking pretty, charging the missile, and Sub wins the first missile.
Unit ready.
And get that cat ship out of the way, Nobis. You're wasting cat chips.
Unit ready.
You need to save up Tiberium, not waste Tiberium.
Unit ready.
Retreat the cat ships, mate. It's not gonna work. You're about to say goodbye to the cat ship.
Unit ready.
Ooh, is he gonna get it? No.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
Sub is in charge here. Now, unfortunately for Sub, he's suspending the
Building online.
charge of the missile here, which he should not be doing. Guess he doesn't know that Nobis is playing the Rock Room deck.
Unit lost. Unit
Nice. The Obelisk doing some damage. Now this cat ship needs them. There you go, finally. Keep the cat chip safe. Stop wasting it. Now the Talon is a great response here because it can clear the cat chip and counter pad. Ooh, nice. Phantom out for Nobis.
Unit lost.
This is going to be close.
Nuclear warhead launched.
And Nobis wins one back.
Received.
This is going to be interesting. Is Nobis going to be able to bring out Rockholm with his one harvester?
Unit lost. Unit ready.
So mistake from Sub there was to not to make good use of his units.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
Needed to place him on one pad, suspend it, and take control of the other one. Instead, he spread them out, and every time you spread out units, you end up losing control. So we got Obelisk out again to clear off the APC. Unfortunately for Nobis, he doesn't have a cat ship for once. Oh, here we go. He sends it to the wrong. Ooh!
Activated.
Nice.
Unit lost.
Hit those APC on pads. This is going to be close. Nobis is desperate. He's sending in the the harvester.
Unit lost. Nuclear missile launched.
And the final missile fires, and Sublet wins. Takes to the APC spam, and Nobis' wasteful use of cat ships. So cat ships not good versus vehicles. Lucky versus vehicles, but not good versus vehicles. Against APCs, you want to send shades in. You don't want to keep the cat ships away from the surprise. GG nonetheless. And that'll be it. 2-0 to Sub. Is that 2-0 to Sub? Yeah, 2-0 to Sub. Let's see who else is. Havoc versus Robbie. Alright, hold the line.
Establishing battlefield control. 3, 2, 1. New mission received.
Ooh, Havoc's bringing the Arty Party. It's a pretty good map for the Arty Party. Get it out. However, Robbie does have a decent counter here with his shade. However, the map does not allow cloaking of shade past the pads. The pads cover every single tile, so no matter what, the shade's getting decloaked. So he can't make full use of his stealth potential. Nice, so Havoc's first attack switch to a buggy, flipping the scout walls on its head. Ooh, nice. A very good choice. Buggy versus infantry, and bikes, and infantry versus bikes. A nice switch from Havoc, which got him a nice win. First tic tacs out for Havoc. Just taking control of the middle pad. These guys could take a lot of damage when they're settled. Nice. Havoc's still running only one harvester. This guy's 3 buildings out. We're still, well, is it 3 buildings? No. 4 buildings? Oh, 3 buildings. I can't really see if the 4th building is open underneath the
Unit offline. Unit ready.
That will shut the harvester moving.
Alright, so it looks like here Rob is in charge. However, as long as that tic tacs on the middle pad, Havoc just needs to take control of the other 2 to win here. Ooh, tic tac, don't move, stay where you are.
Unit ready.
Nice. Move those units in position. Lock the pad. Lock the pad. Nicely played for Havoc. He had all units pretty much almost no health. Fortunately for Robbie, all the dust fire units were reloading just when he needed them the most. And Havoc wins the second missile. What we had there is Havoc made good use of his units more often, kept rotating them to the right positions against the right units, gave him the advantage and gave him the victory. Alright, let's go to map 2. Great Divide. See if we're gonna have another APC deck this time around. So Havoc's going with Solomon. What Solomon deck is it?
New objective.
Hey! He's going with a sniper. Solomon decks. Sniper Predator deck, I guess.
Unit ready.
So you got Robbie opening with it. Ooh, Robbie's brought the Agent Shadow deck. And the Fanatic Aggro, except doesn't have the Oksana or Kane, the new variant. He's going with Seth. So Havoc's winning out the Scout Wars thanks to his positioning with missiles on bikes on the wheels. Nice. So a good challenge to the Fanatics is the snipers. Snipers, very good counter to them. Because they don't have to get up close and personal with a Fanatic unit, they can just take them out from afar. If Robbie can snatch that, nope, he's already wasted one shot on that Shade. But then Shade should, ooh, nice. It's very low damage on the Harvester. I'm surprised how low that is. Just a fraction taken out. The Shade is the wrong unit to use here. Ooh, very close. Yeah, because Shade was a bad choice. Now that cost 60 Tiberium. You could have been a lot better off just spamming bikes or lasers. Or even better, yeah, a stank. Robbie, he wants to get a stank Fanatic combo. So rotating in whatever unit is needed the most to the front line.
Unit ready. Unit ready. Unit ready.
Nope, retreat that Shade. Don't let it die. Don't let it die. See how little does it. Look at that. 2 shots and Harvester's just over half health. Crazy. Now Havoc's got a ton of Tiberium saved up. He can fire at the Iron Cannon anytime he wants. And here we go. Does a nice pad block for the Shade. Fortunately for him, Robbie does take full control of the unit again and dodges the Iron Cannon. However, with nothing but infantry on the bomb pad, Havoc takes the last missile. Shade does nothing. So what we're seeing here is that players that are losing not because the decks or the strategies, they're losing because they keep leaving the units to fire on the wrong unit types. Too many units are getting wasted just sitting there. You need to keep your burst fire units safe and pull them back when you need to. Don't be shy. Alright, next. Venomaza versus Bandu. Here we go. Hold the line.
Establishing battlefield control. 3, 2, 1. New objective available. Building on.
Ooh. Is it? Yep.
Unit ready.
Mirror matchup. Both going with the new APC JJT deck. So both players got dogs out. Bando's the first with the people. Venom's the second. A good way to get on top of the economy here is to use your dogs,
Unit ready.
shield your people to provide you with free shots.
Lost.
Fortunately, that can be quite annoying when you're playing against exactly the same opponent who is trying to do exactly the same thing.
Unit ready.
And Venom's the first to tech switch to a JJTs, which forces Bando to tech switch to Rifleman.
Unit ready.
Let's fly. Burning rubber.
The Bando now switches to JJTs.
Powering up thrusters.
It's going to be interesting. People ain't going to live long enough. Oh, maybe it will. Damn. I thought that was going to end a lot sooner. It was 1 second too late. And Venom wins the first missile.
Unit ready.
Flying out.
Defense lost.
I'm on it. On my way.
Unit ready.
JJT's chasing those pitbulls. The Rifleman just tickling that APC.
Ready to race. I'm on it.
A 10 is an okay response to JJTs, but when you have Riflemen already on the field or in the deck, you might as well send them out instead.
Ready for action.
Especially seeing as Venom hasn't actually used any of his air units.
Unit ready.
And you're not being challenged by superior anti-infantry, you're being challenged by superior anti-vehicle.
Online.
Powering up.
Unit ready.
Flight check complete.
It's,
Unit lost.
it's going to be interesting. The banner needs to get something all over pad.
Unit ready.
On my way.
Ooh, Venom. No problem, I guess. So Venom had two options there: leave the talent to tank the damage and win the missile, or bring it to safety and then just control the pad with the JJTs. Venom played a safe one. He played for the more guaranteed choice, countering the correct units with the correct units, and then eventually just wearing the pads down and winning again. Is he played? So even though that was a deck mirror matchup, again the player with the better use of units actually wins out. Okay. Map 2. Great Divide.
Establishing battlefield control. 3, 2, 1. New
Oh, got it. Sorry, my eyes are burning for a minute. I was rubbing them. So we got Venom bringing out his Marauder Stank deck,
Taking position.
and Bando's switching to the Rep Solomon deck.
Lasers move for the Brotherhood.
unit ready.
Lasers for the Brotherhood.
No APCs in this match. So we've got the usual Scout Wars,
It's with us.
Dogs versus Infantry from Venom.
Okay, like a rolling out.
Unit ready.
Nice. So Bando's keeping his units nicely together. Ooh, bit of a wrong move there. Wasting those riflemen. They should have at least attacked something.
Unit ready.
And Bando responds quickly with the drone swarms.
Unit offline. Unit ready. Unit offline.
Ooh, Ooh, first catch out for Venom. It's going to be interesting. Here we go, and then Bandit right there to counter with the talent. Retreat down, catch it. Nope, catch it wasted. This is going to be tough. Woo. And Venom sneaks a win thanks to his militant on the top pad.
Boyka rolling out. Mayday, mayday!
End up losing control at just a crucial moment. The first tank out for Venom. That should keep the peoples at bay and the talents. As long as he can keep them alive and in control. Nicely.
Flying out.
Bandit's trying to find a way in with the JJTs. Unfortunately, with the cat chip lying around, it's going to be hard to set him up against the stank.
Hit the gas.
So Bandit opting to go with a straight JJT spam. Said with the problem is the cat chips for Venom.
On my way.
If you bring that JJT without having to defend against the cat chip, JJTs is just going to be a waste of resource. And Bandit trades an iron cannon for a cat chip. This is going to be close. Nice. Get on the top pad, mate. They can still get on the top pad. Oh, the drone swarm. Just in time. But the stank's reloading. Ooh, cat chip top pad and nothing to challenge it. And there we go. Venom wins. Nice. The use of a cat chip and stank there with a bit of infantry gave Venom the control he needed. And what happened was the iron kind of got wasted. Fired too soon into the match. And he only did kill one cat chip, so it wasn't even worth the price. Alright, so that's 2-0 to Venom. I'm gonna take a break for just a second. My eyes are burning. I gotta wash them out. Be right back. Ah, that's better. Actually see what I'm looking at. It's not all blurry. Right. Believe. Yep, we have one more set of matches to play. It's Treb vs Primari. It's in Treb's favorites. Bring on Alpha. Oh wait. Rebs moved to Delta. Yep. The Trebs Primare, hold the line.
Establishing battlefield control. 3, 2, 1. New mission received.
So Trebs going with the cookie cutter deck. Primara's going with the
Harvester ready.
Wolf Factory based Solomon deck.
Unit ready.
Desires. Let's go. Let's go.
Now the JGT plus snipers would be a good combination here.
Building on.
When they can be backed up by the slingshot. So those three units could provide a good core for Marmor to take advantage of these three pads where they're close to each other. So we got bikes out for Trebs, countering the scout dogs from Primara.
Unit ready.
Missiles halfway charged. The people are firing on the right, now they're firing on the right unit.
Unit ready. Unit offline.
First APC out for Primara. First missiles about to fire.
Unit ready.
Ooh, got a pad. Oh, it would have been a nice little switch if that people lived and the APC got on the middle pad.
Unit offline.
Perhaps nice, quick to counter with the Venom, take out those snipers.
Unit ready.
Fortunately, the APCs can't shoot upwards, so standing, keeping that Venom near to both those APCs is going to be deadly.
Unit offline.
Nice. A Banshee out for Trebs. Clearing that APC off.
Unit offline.
Trebs making good use of his flame pods to make sure they cleared the field from any infantry. Bam! First icon from Primara taking out the clear out the top pad, spending the missile. Will it be enough though? Trebs is in control here. Woo! And he loses it thanks to the dog. Oh, jeez. What a flip. What a flip. Thanks to the Scorpion of the bomb pad, clearing it just in time before the missile fires. Gives Trebs the control of the missile and wins the first match. Nicely played. Didn't even have time to slow down the match replay because the pad flip happened so quickly. Alright, let's go to map 2. So, Trebs' Primare, Great Divide.
Establishing battlefield control. 3, 2, 1. New objective available.
Ooh, another Rockworm deck on this map. Another
Online.
slight variation of Rep Solomon deck. It's just switched to a strong arm variation. It's snipers, not dogs.
Unit ready.
It's a lot of anti-infantry he's got in that deck.
Unit offline.
He's got drone swarms, he's got riflemen, he's got strong arm, he's got talent, he's got snipers. That's way too much. It's really fear of the infantry units.
Unit offline.
So first missile halfway charged.
Unit ready.
Mara still relying on only his wheels to take control. And unless Trebs responds here, they will take control. Nice. So Primara, what he did is he didn't get on the pad right away. He let Trebs charge, which allowed him to flip it at the last minute. And even on a single harvester, get the first rockworms out, and it's apparently going straight for Trebs' harvester. So that's very good economy play by Primari, enough to even get himself a rockworm out with just one harvester. See what kind of damage this rockworm's going to do. Krebs is also taking control of the harvesters from Primari. Right, the second missile is about to fire. Nice. Right. So even though Treb has a rockworm out, can't seem to make any use of it. The fact that Trebs is slowing in his Tiberium patch means that Amare can't actually harvest right now. He really needs to move that rockworm. He needs to do some kind of damage to something.
Unit ready.
Right now, there's that gap next to the strong arm and the JJTs. Would have been done in quite nicely, taking out those units at once just by popping out the. So Primara really struggling here. Is he falling asleep? Is he seems to be using the rockworm as just a pad tank? The second rockworm out.
Unit ready.
Is he going to be able to get on the pad in time? Doesn't seem like it.
Unit offline.
Yeah. It's a nice Trebs. Trebs filled the top pad, so the rockworm had nowhere to pop out into. Obviously, you can send a rockworm underneath the pad, but it won't take any control. It's a nice comeback there from Trebs. Ah, for God's sakes. Again. Alright, let's do this right. But I didn't look up.
Establishing battlefield control. 3, 2, 1. New objective received.
Carefully now.
Building online. Unit ready. Unit offline.
That's a bad move there from Trebs. His JJT's getting the yep. Here we go again. He keeps letting his JJT's being concave by the double wheels.
Unit offline. Unit ready. Unit ready.
Like Vader Rumble.
So we see here that the rockworm does take out Trebs' harvester. But while that's happening, Trebs' own harvester is getting taken out by the Pibbles.
No problem.
Harvester ready.
Imperium is calling.
Now this rockworm gets on this pad and pretty much stays there for the rest of the match. Completely being wasted. You can at least try and use it to defend the harvester.
Nuclear missile launched. Major structure
Or even attack the base with it. Just do something.
online.
Not holding with the 120 unit and not having it do anything is just crazy.
His wheel harvest.
Unit offline.
Hey, the buck has
Unit offline. Unit ready. Unit offline. Unit ready.
like Vader Rumble.
Unit offline. Missile launched.
And there we go. The Rockmans weren't able to take control of the match, and Trebs won. That's 2-0 to Trebs. I believe that's all the matches, yep. Let's go to the overall scores. So the matches we didn't get to see, Weasel or K9, that ended 2-0. And Phoenix versus someone. Now Phoenix versus someone, due to the time difference, they weren't able to find the time. They were both online the same, so they did not get to play their match in time. So that ended up with a draw. That's not a problem. Try your best. Doesn't happen, doesn't happen. Alright, so let's have a look at the standings for round 2. So what we see here is that Havoc, Venom, Dr. Ray, and Levi are both staying on top of the table with their 2 wins. Now both Dr. Ray and Levi have 2 points less than Havoc and Venomasa. I'm not sure how that works out. For some reason they scored less than Havoc and Venom. We got mixed matches and then plus matches. Now, this season we had the Rising Phoenix Award, which is to go to anyone who shows shows spirit in playing. So the win or lose doesn't matter. You can win the award as long as you have the fight in you to keep fighting on and impress other people with your effort you put in. Alright, that'll be for this stream. That was the round 2 matches. Round 3 has now started. I should see you again once the round 3 is ended for another round of match reviews. Apologies for the lackluster commentary today. I am literally half asleep. But I wanted to do this tonight because I didn't want to delay any longer. So, thanks for watching. Have a good night. Have fun in the game. See you next time.